Back here on MLB Tonight. Other big news today. This is major news. This is one of the best hitters in the major leagues. Yordan Alvarez signing a contract extension with the Houston Astros, 6 years, $115 million. The important thing to note here is it takes 3 free agent years off the books of Alvarez, puts them right there with the Houston Astros. They get to keep him. And this even surprises me, fellas. I even asked him, I said, guys, his weighted runs created plus is so high. I bet you we go back to the start of his career, he's going to be in the top 10. I didn't think he was going to be number 2. He's a DH, but his weighted runs created plus 100, his league average is 156. He's slugging 576 over his career and over 1,100 plate appearances. Actually, one of the very best hitters in all of baseball. Time now for Film Room, powered by Google Cloud. So when we look at Yordan Alvarez, do we see a swing, a player that is primed for future success like this?
Absolutely. I mean, look, first of all, that list right there, there's a lot of hardware there. And certainly he's on pace for that, too. He's only 24 years old. His career slugging is 576. Anywhere above 500, you're a premier hitter in our game. He's certainly doing that and getting better.
No, without question. Look, this guy is premier. When you see some of the pitches that he's getting to, the guy changes the lineup. Houston Astros have done a great job picking and choosing who they want. When they like somebody and sign somebody, it tells you what they think of him, and they haven't missed. They've let Correas and Springers and these other people go. You tie up a Yordan Alvarez, it tells you what they think of this man.
Yeah, but Jake, let me show you a little bit of where he comes from, right? Because this guy's from Las Tunas, and we've been known to have really good Cuban baseball players and hitters, but this guy, I think, takes the bread and butter of when we talk about Cuba. And listen, Houston, we have a problem. We don't necessarily have a problem with Houston, but we have a problem with the pitchers going to Houston and hitting off Yordan Alvarez and pitching off Yordan Alvarez. But the first week he was in the big leagues, you can tell this guy was electric, right? He can understand the plate discipline. And for a young hitter, that's the hardest thing to do. First of all, the first week in the majors, he had 4 home runs and 6 walks. This is a guy only at 22 years old had the ability to kind of go out there and look like a 32, 33-year-old veteran. But this guy in the postseason, he comes to play, man. And look, there's a few guys, left-handed DHs and left-handed players that remind me of him in Big Papi. But this guy, when the postseason comes to play, it doesn't matter who's up there on the mound. I mean, we're talking about left-handers, we're talking about right-handers, we're talking about many different ways to try to attack this guy. It doesn't matter. Breaking balls, he's going bridge. Heaters away, he's taking them the other way against Chris Sale. Look, when I saw this postseason right here against Chris Sale and he pretty much ambushed him every time, I knew this kid was for real. There's nowhere to go with him. And that's what I love most about him. The reasons for that is because of his play discipline. When this guy is swinging at the right pitches, it reminds me of a Hall of Famer like David, Jake. And what do you see when you see a guy like Yordan Alvarez and David Ortiz?
Well, they're both big, powered left-handed hitters. Where you most of the time get them out is where you're seeing those guys try to attack David Ortiz right there. What have we seen from Yordan Alvarez?
Can't do it.
You haven't been able to get there, BK. It's been absolutely mind-blowing to me when you can see a left-hander that has the plate coverage, that can hit right-handers and left-handers and covers all pitches, but that one that we're all trying to get to as a right-handed starter against these left-handers, you have to try to get it up, and then he's turning it around in big problems.
Yeah,
opposing pitchers coming into Houston.
And I think it's crazy to see these 4 Cubans right here, but they have absolutely mastered the class of hitting, and I think Yordan Alvarez, obviously being the youngest one of all, he's probably the best one out of all those guys. And these are all great hitters, right? But when I saw Yordan Alvarez, and the biggest thing you see is he's a big kid, he stands on top of the plate, let's ambush him up and in. And he'll let you know. If you go up and in, and if it's a strike, I'm bridging you. And anything off the plate, I'm just taking full advantage. That's my bread and butter all day long. I love what this kid is doing. Look, there's a reason why he's an ALCS MVP. There's a reason why he's a Rookie of the Year. And by the way, sneaky good athlete. He can run. He's played more outfield than he's ever had before. I think he's a pretty good player.
So that's the thing. Right, even to think, I think out there people think, oh, no, that's like it's a star player. Actually, the numbers say he's a superstar player.
It is.
His name is on the list with the superstars.
His baseball IQ, and you talk about these Cuban players that you just put on that board there, they're all incredibly smart baseball IQ guys who've been doing it a long time and understand it.
And you know what, too? It got done during the year. Where most guys nowadays, they're saying, no, I don't want to talk about contracts. He's saying, hey, guys, I can separate things, okay? This is a mature player that understands that, look, I still want to take care of my family and my future, but I can still go and play baseball and do it at a high level.
Right. I saw that. I think it's a win-win.
It's a win-win for everybody.
For the club, and you say, because, right, it's like, oh, nothing, I can't do it during the season. No, yeah, you can.
He's doing well.
They just did. So congrats to both ends.